All right, Shalom. I want to start by saying, call law, YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHWASHI, BAHASHAM, KAGADASH. Double honor to the powers of Israel, aka the powers of Great Millstone, and peace and love to all the Akim. Continue to preach the truth and all truth sincerity. All right, real quick, this article I came across, actually, a brother posted on social media. It was like a TikTok. So I went and looked up the article myself, looked up the topic myself, and as the title reads, it says, Russia and America to showdown approaching quickly, which is what? That third woe, part of the third woe, you know? And this is all biblical prophecy, first and foremost. This is all biblical prophecy. This is all what Yahweh BAHASHAM YAHWASHI declared from the beginning. Okay, this is what the Father said on high before everything was created. Okay, He set all this up to happen, and it's just now just playing out. And remember, we're just creations in the midst of it. Okay, but like this is already set to go down. Like this is already set in stone, so to speak. You know what I mean? So this is the book of this is the article. So this is from the Guardian. And it says, Russia nuclear power submarine to visit Cuba amid rising tensions with U.S. Hold up. Hold up. You know what I'm saying? So like this is set to go down. Okay? So this is so yeah, Russia nuclear power submarine to visit Cuba amid rising tensions with U.S. And it says, so this is from yesterday. And it says a Russia, and this is for next week, by the way. So it says a Russian nuclear powered submarine, which will not be carrying nuclear weapons, will visit Havana next week. Cuba's communist authorities have announced amid rising tensions with the U.S. over the war in the Ukraine, which has been going on for 2 years now. But look at all the things festering behind these two wars alone. The thing with the small hats and the shit with the other small hats in Ukraine and Russia. So it says that the nuclear submarine Kazan and 3 other Russian naval vessels, including the missile frigate Admiral Gershkov, an oil tanker, and a salvage tug, will dock in the Cuban capital. From June 12th to June 17th. It says Cuba's Ministry of the Revolutionary Armed Forces said in a statement. So that's next week. So what I believe that's what day is that officially? Let me see the calendar. Where's the calendar? So it says between the 12th and 17th. So that's next Wednesday into the Monday after that. So the visit's going to be from June 12th, which is next Wednesday, into that following Monday. There's going to be that visit. So continuing on, it says, the announcement came a day after U.S. officials said that Washington had been tracking Russian warships and aircraft that were expected to arrive in the Caribbean for a military exercise. They said the exercise would be part of a broader Russian response to U.S. support for Ukraine. And remember Biden just said that Biden just signed off for Ukraine to use those weapons in Russia, not just a few days ago. I think this past weekend he declared it. Okay, so this stuff is festering. Remember what the Lord said: the third woe coming quickly. So it said the U.S. official said that the Russian military presence was notable but not concerning. That's what the U.S. officials are saying. But it says, however, it comes as Russian President Vladimir Putin has suggested that Moscow could take asymmetrical steps elsewhere in the world in response to President Joe Biden's decision to allow Ukraine to use U.S.-provided weapons to strike inside Russia to protect Kharkiv, Ukraine's second largest city. Now, just for kits, let's go with what they got for asymmetrical, the definition of asymmetrical. Oh, shit. Or is it A? Okay. Asymmetrical means, it says, destitute of symmetry, unsymmetrical. It's other forms that have an adjective. It's Oh, okay. Oh, okay. That's a better. Okay, so it said basically without proportion. So, you know, symmetrical face. I know that's like proportionate, right, and all that, right? So Putin says. So it says it comes as Russian President Vladimir Putin has suggested that Moscow could take unproportional steps elsewhere in the world in response to President Joe Biden's decision to allow Ukraine to use U.S.-provided weapons to strike inside Russia to protect Kharkiv, Ukraine's second largest city. So that means to take unproportionate steps. So steps without measure. So and abroad, outside of in other places besides Russia or in that area, in that region. This thing's about to kick off, man. So it says the unusual deployment of Russian military so close to the U.S., particularly the powerful submarine, comes amid major tensions over the war in Ukraine, where the Western-backed government is fighting a Russian invasion. So who's backing Ukraine? The good old US of A. And when Putin said, anybody that's assisting Ukraine, we consider that y'all got beef with us too. So that means that Russia and America have problems because they've been openly supporting Ukraine ever since it started in 2022. So it says the unusual deployment of Russian military so close. It says where the Western-backed government is fighting a Russian invasion. The Russian vessel's visit to Cuba will also overlap with Biden's visit to the G7 leaders summit in Italy. So while they're doing that, Biden is they're having a G7 meeting. So what do you think they're going to be meeting about? They'll be meeting about this whole thing with Russia. So it says Cuban President Miguel Diaz-Canel met with Putin last month for the annual May 9th military parade on Red Square outside the Kremlin. It says during the Cold War, Cuba was an important client state for the Soviet Union. The deployment of Soviet nuclear missile sites on the island triggered the Cuban Missile Crisis of 1962 when Washington and Moscow came close to war. So in 1962, 60-some years ago, 62 years ago to be exact, Russia, it says Moscow and Washington came close to war in 1962. That was the Cuban Missile Crisis, which is a popular event in history, American history at that. Okay? So it says relations between Russia and Cuba have become closer since a 2022 meeting between Diaz-Canel and Putin. It said during the Russian fleet arrival at the port of Havana, 21 salvos will be fired from one of the ships as a salute to the nation, which will be reciprocated by an artillery battery from Cuba's Revolutionary Armed Forces, the Foreign Ministry said. So basically what's happening is Cuba and Russia are about to meet. Russia about to send some nuclear subs over there, but not carrying nuclear weapons, not carrying nothing as yet. But what does this show? This shows that what they're setting up the stage. What did the Lord... Hold on, let's go to the scriptures. Go to the popular one. Oh, shit. About to say, what the fuck? This ain't it. So this is the book of Joel, chapter 3, verse 9, and it reads, it says, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war. Wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. And what do you think that means with Putin and sending these things over to Cuba? They're preparing war, proclaiming this among the Gentiles, preparing war, let the mighty men come up. And remember, this all stems from something that happened 60-some, or this is continuing from something that happened 60 years ago, man. The tensions are rising. The fire rises. The Lord said what? He's mustering the battle. The Lord, YAHAWASHI, is working on the minds of the kings. He's telling Putin to do this. He's telling Biden to do this. He's telling all these, BB. He's telling all these nations, telling all these kings. And in the midst of all that, you still have all these storms happening. You have all the uproars of the people. You have all the signs pointing to the last day prophecies coming to pass. But one of the very last prophecies will be what? That third woe, that coming quickly. Matter of fact, let's get that. Matter of fact, continuing on, it says, Joel chapter 3, verse 10, it says, beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I'm strong. Assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause our mighty ones to come down, O Lord. And what's happening? All these heathens is getting ready for war, man. Shit, some of these heathens are already at war. But the war is intensifying. It's getting more serious. And now you have it, if Putin is doing that, that means that's more closer to shooting off, hit America quicker compared to shooting them off over there from Russia or whatever. And this is all, and remember, they said from the Cuban Missile Era crisis where Washington and Moscow almost came to war. But now the Lord is what? The Lord is pushing the envelope. Now he's getting these nations, he's preparing these nations for that great day. This is the great day where the Lord said he's going to gather the nations. And it says, this is Joel chapter 3, verse 12, and it says, let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat, the Lord judgment, Yahweh's judgment. It says, for there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. And that's what Yahweh is going to send Yahawashi to do. Because Yahawashi is coming with what? The indignation of the Father. That's what Yahweh gave to Yahawashi. He gave him the wrath of his indignation. He gave him his energy. He gave him his power. Remember that Yahawashi is an express image of Yahweh. He's the express power of Yahweh, the Father. Because remember, the Father's not going to come to the earth. But Yahawashi is. He sent his son here. He's going to send his son here. He created his son for this very purpose. In fact, there was another one. So we got another one. So we got this is the book of Isaiah chapter 34, verse 1, and it reads, come near, ye nations, to hear, and hearken, ye people. Let the earth hear, and all that is therein, the world and all things that come forth of it. And everybody's been paying more closer attention to all these things happening, especially with the things happening with Amalek and Ishmael. All the free Gaza, free Palestine, and stop the genocide, all that. The whole world is taking notice to this. And that also comes as part what? Esau being greatly despised, because now what nation is in the course of all of this? The nation of Edom, the daughter of Babylon. This nation, this country, this devil, this nation, the nation of Edom, they're in all these controversies. They're in all these wars and rumors of war. Esau is involved in every single one, literally. Okay, and this is verse 2. So it says, for the Isaiah chapter 34, verse 2, and it says, for the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies. He have utterly destroyed them. He have delivered them to the slaughter. And this is all what is guaranteed. Remember, the Lord said what he declared the end from the beginning. This is about to play out. 2nd Ezra, the 13th chapter, where all the nations are going to be fighting, and Yahawashi come down, and they fight against him. This is what this is leading up to. Sending nuclear submarines to Russia, to Cuba from Russia. Sending weapons from America to Ukraine, to fucking small hats. So all of this. And this is not going to stop. The Lord said I should have war with Amalek from generation to generation. So this is verse 3 of Isaiah chapter 34, and it reads, their slain also shall be cast out, and their stink shall come up out of their carcasses, and the mountain shall be melted with their blood. These governments, man. These higher up, all these nations, they think, see the thing about it, what people don't understand is, once this war really kicks off, gets nuclear, that's Esau's kingdom is over, literally. Because right now, no one's going nuclear yet, but you had my man from Russia, the Russian think tank, that said what? We should start considering a nuclear explosion, a demonstrative nuclear explosion, man. That's what they said in Russia. That was this past week or two. So what are we dealing? What do you think we're really dealing with here? This is the time of war. This is a time of hate. This is a time of tension. Wars and rumors of wars. When you hear these things, know that the end is nigh. Verse 4, and it says, and all the hosts of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll. Because once that nuclear fire hits the earth, once they go back and forth shooting all the nuclear weapons at each other, the smoke and the fire is going to go up to the heavens, man. And it says, the hosts of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled up together as a scroll, and all their hosts shall fall down as a leaf falleth from the vine, and as a falling fig from the fig tree. And it says for verse 5, and here where it gets interesting, because remember, if Esau is involved in all these wars, that's why this scripture comes into play more. It says what? It says, for my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea and upon the people of my curse to judgment. So Esau, this is for his judgment, man. Because that's the one nation that's going to get the full wrath of Yahweh BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI. Personally, one nation, the nation of Esau, Edom. And it says, verse 6, and it says, the sword of the Lord is filled with blood. It is made fat with fatness, and with the blood of lambs and goats, with the fat of the kidneys of rams. For the Lord hath a sacrifice in Basra, and a great slaughter in the land of Idumea. Man, this is Basra. This is the land of Idumea, man. This is the daughter of Babylon. This is where the Lord is going to send all that wrath to, man. This is the people are going to be thrown into the lake of fire, and that's going to be this land known as America. And it said he had a sacrifice in Basra, a great slaughter in the land of Idumea. And Idumea is synonymous with Esau, Edom, in a Greek term. And this didn't happen yet. This didn't happen to Esau. This came after Esau's ruling. 2nd Esdras 6 and 9. For Esau, the end of the world, Jacob, the beginning of it that followeth. So when Esau came into power, and then after he gets taken out this way, he gets taken out through the fire, the nuclear fire. And when you jump down to verse 8, and it reads, it says, for it is the day of the Lord's vengeance. The vengeance against who? The people of his curse, Esau, Edom, the people he hates. Jacob have I loved, Esau have I hated. And it says, for it is the day of the Lord's vengeance, and the year of recompenses for the controversy of Zion. What is it saying, Obadiah? It says it's controversy with Zion. And so if you have a controversy in Zion, so what it say in Obadiah, in the book Joel, it said what? For the violence against the children of Judah, the so-called Negroes that you brought over here in this very land that we're in right now, known as America, to serve slavery. The Lord said he has a recompense for that. The Lord said he's going to get you back. So it's the book of Obadiah, chapter 1, verse 1, and it reads, the vision, and it's to Russia too. Russians are Edomites too. This goes to the whole nation of Esau, Edom. Not just America, not just the American Edomites, all the Edomites on the earth. So it said the vision of Obadiah reads, thus saith the Lord Yahweh BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI concerning Edom. We have heard a rumor from the Lord, and an ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise ye, and let us rise up against her in battle. And who's the her first and foremost? The daughter of Babylon, man. The great whore. Revelation, the 19th chapter, where it said what? The Lord judged the great whore. Great judgment for the whore. Roughly paraphrasing. Verse 2, it says, behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised. And that's showing more than ever right now. Showing and proving right now that Yahweh BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI's word is true. He said what? They should be greatly despised. And who's starting at the top? Amalek. Those small hats. Everybody hates them right now. And everybody hates America for supporting them. That's the nation of Esau. That's even amongst Edomites. Say his house divided. How shall it stand? You got Esau against Esau in America and abroad. Because remember, America and Russia are Edomite countries. NATO are Edomite countries. They're all having problems with each other right now. So he said, thou art greatly despised. Verse 3, it says, the pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? Who shall bring me down to the ground? These devils are hella prideful. They think they're not going to go down. They think that's not going to happen. They think somehow, some way it's going to somehow de-escalate. No, the Lord is going to keep escalating until it's over. And it says, verse 4, it says, though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord, Yahweh BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI. Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle. What's the logo for America? Where's the logo for the Greek Empire? Where's the logo for Rome? For Esau's other empires? The eagle. The American eagle. The eagle, the highest flying bird. Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, do you think they're the best country? They think they're the greatest country on earth. That was the whole thing for America back for years. The greatest country on earth. The greatest country on earth. But I said I kind of gotta get back to the plan. I just want to do this quick little video, man. And man, it's brewing, man. Let's get to the third wall. So there's the book of Revelation, chapter 11, verse 14, and it reads, it said, the second woe is past, and behold, the third woe coming quickly. The Second World War passed, what, 1940 something? But the third woe coming quickly. Now we're talking about like, what's that, 70 something years later? The third woe coming quickly, and all this comes in a stretch of a couple years, few years. But it said the third woe coming quickly. You know what I'm saying? So like all this, and this is next week that they're going to deliver the submarine, whatever, nuclear submarine to Cuba and Havana. So, with that, Lord willing, is edifying. I'm going to give all praises to Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, Kakadash. Double honor to the Apostle of Israel, a.k.a. the Apostle of Great Millstone, and peace and love to all the Akim. Continue to preach the truth and all truth and sincerity. Shalom.